Here's a PSAT prep problem. This is number 25 from our prep. Each time Sue rents a bicycle, she pays a fixed base cost plus an hourly rate. So this is linear functions. And what we can do is we can write down a function. We got to recognize that it's linear functions. Fixed base cost plus a constant hourly rate. That's going to be mx plus b. Here, the variable they're using is n, not x. So c of n is just mn plus b. And we have two data points. There's a couple ways to solve a problem like this. One is just to set up a simple system of equations and just actually plug in. Okay, c of 6 is 12. Well, we have a formula for c of 6 with some undetermined coefficients. That's m times 6 plus b. And the other one is that 950, that's the number we're getting for c of 4. Well, we have a formula, a proposed formula for that. M times 4 plus b. Okay. Now, the thing about systems of equations is you can do them by substitution or elimination. Here, elimination is really tempting. If you subtract the equations from each other, you're going to eliminate b right away. And that gets you on track to solve for m. So let's subtract them. 2.50 is going to be 6m minus 4m. That's 2m. Hey, we figured out what m is. That's most of the battle. 1.25. And we can look, that's appearing as the coefficient in front of n for at least a couple of the answers. Okay. Now, what about b? Well, we can then, once we got one of these numbers, it's easy to go back and plug it into either one. And so we have 12 equals 6 times 1.25 plus b. Or in other words, that's 7.50 plus b. Oops, b. And so b is 12 minus 7.5, or 450. Okay. And so our final function is c of n is equal to $1.25 an hour plus a base cost of 450. Okay, and that is answer B. So you can think it's almost exactly what we did, but you can think of it in a slightly different way. The m, we got the m first, and it makes sense because that's that hourly rate. You can think that it went up from 950 to 12 in 2 hours. So that gives you the hourly rate. In 2 extra hours, it was $2.50 extra. That's really what this said. And so the extra hour rate per hour is $1.25. What you don't want to think is like, oh, it looks like it's $2 an hour. That doesn't make sense because that's not including the base cost. If there was zero base cost, that'd be true. But that's not true here. It's really comparing two things. Getting what's called the marginal cost. How much extra does it cost for each extra hour? That's this $1.25. Once you have that, then you can go back, plug that in, and figure out what the base cost is. So two different perspectives on exactly the same method of solution, really.